Hello, I'm Chris Cadieux. Join me as I talk to a wizard of theater, a captain of creativity, and a professor of insightfulness. Joel Abels, Brandon Petrie, and J. Daniel Herring in this next episode of
Officially welcome to Joel Abels. You're amazing. You've had just multiple companies that you have run. I can't even imagine the quantity and range of jobs that you've done on any given production. And I honestly thought, I don't think I know of a person more deeply dedicated to the value of live theater than you. I mean that. And
wow. And you are your name again? Just kidding.
Exactly. Well, official welcome to Brandon Petrie. Thanks for joining me.
I'm glad to join you.
You and I met when we were in college, and I just thought, like, literally, I was like running the sound booth for a play and pressing some sound cues, and you were in the play, and I thought you were amazing, and you were super talented, and everybody loved Brandon, and he was an amazing actor. That sounded a little sarcastic. Everybody loved Brandon. It's true, and you were really cool and great actor, and just everybody admired that. And then getting to know you has been lovely, and getting to see just the creativity behind you. Really, it's easy to see that you have a lot of talent, but I have the pleasure of getting to see you as a human who's just a creative, caring person.
You're okay.
It looks like we set it up for me to spit out some water. Oh man. Can you hear me? Your screen froze. Hello?
Hey, Chris, can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly. Welcome.
Oh, thanks.
I know you've been teaching as a professor at Fresno State in their theater department. I counted, I think it's about 13 years.
This is my 13th year. You're
yeah,
right.
When I go into working on a show with you, I know that you're going to use the space well, and you're going to think of everything because you're super collaborative. You're very, very talented, and I love the way that you work, and you cast a vision, and you make it easy for someone like me that has worked with you in the past. It's always an enjoyable process. Hello. We're in a time where there are massive amounts of new content coming out digitally every week. But in a time, 2020, when digital is thriving, why do you think it's important to keep theater going and bring that? Because you've been so dedicated over the years to bringing that to the Valley.
Well, I think it's even more important to keep live theater going because of the influx and influence of the digital platform and social media. I think that, kids today, and I say this to my kids as well, they're so locked into this, they're so, this right now is their life, and they're at an age where that's a lot of them, that's all they've grown up with knowing. It's that the live interaction with actual humans has decreased. And theater is the way to remind us that we're human, to remind us that to be in the room with people with live bodies that are emoting and singing and dancing and giving all of the stuff that you just don't get when you're sitting in a movie theater, when you're sitting at home binge watching something on Netflix. I think it's even more important after this to get back to business, and that's going to look really different.
What do you say to students who are discovering theater for the first time, and they're sort of at this tipping point of like, do I do this? Do I do this in college as a career?
I say no, run away, quit. No, I don't say that. Honestly, I encourage them to watch as much and read as much theater as possible, because the only way you can really get a sense of if this is something that you really like to do or want to or have an interest or passion in, is to immerse yourself in it.
And that's it. Thank you, Brandon Petrie, for stopping by. Hey, got it.
Heyo. Boy, that was a pain in the.
You know, I've often heard of it. It's like if we're in a scene together, you know, if you're the most important person in the scene to me, and I'm the most important person in the scene to you, then we're going to lift each other up.
Yeah, be the kind of actor that you'd want to work with. And this is now not out of acting, it's in life. The modern way that everybody thinks about things is like, how am I going to get mine? Like, how am I going to get my $1 million? And why do they have that? I should have one. Like, it's a me first mentality. Good people take that and think, well, let's share. Like, as if that's the best good. It's like, let's everybody share. That's better than selfishness. But where you see real growth and where you will see the most light come out of you is when you actually decide to give to other people, whether they give back or not.
Right.
If you are the kind of actor in a scene who wants to give to your scene partner to help the best things come out of them,
right,
the best relationships on stage and in life come from two people who both want to give to each other.
You know, why is it important to, I don't know if it's why is it important to fail? Why is it important that it's okay to fail?
I would say that failing at something teaches you so much more than actually succeeding. There are people that, when given the opportunity to perform something on camera, on stage, whatever, they will pick, they'll just stay right in the middle and pick a really safe choice.
Right.
That is gonna fall within what the director wants and what the other cast members want and an audience, and it's gonna stay pretty bland, but it's always gonna be safe. So like that, if you imagine you're on a stage in the dark and none of you can see, rather than being the person that just sits in the middle and because they don't know where the edges of the stage are, so they can be safe, I would rather be the guy that just walks full out off the edge of the stage over here. And I know exactly how far the stage goes over here. I'm gonna walk off the edge of this, just walk off in every direction. And now you know the full scope of what that stage is. Like, until you push a concept too far or go in a direction where the thing breaks, you don't know how much actual room there is for that character or for that story. That's one of my favorite things to do.
Why should students consider and go to Fresno State if they want to pursue theater?
Well, I almost always say this, Chris, about coming to Fresno State to anybody local, especially kids who sometimes think, oh, I want to go to Fullerton, I want to go somewhere that's got maybe a bigger department, a bigger program in terms of maybe more options, you might say, and they think, okay, that's the best place for me to go. But what I always warn them about is most of these places that they're talking about have graduate programs. Fresno State is the undergraduates come out of there doing things that they would not get to do if they were in a program that had a grad program. And the same thing with the Experimental Theater Company, which is the student arm of our production program, where they do a play, one each semester, student directed, student design, student everything, hands-on experience that might otherwise at some of these bigger programs with grad students be taken away from them. There's a nice student faculty ratio so that you don't get lost. If you want to be involved, you can be involved and you're going to know your faculty. I think the thing about a theater degree is that, you know, it provides opportunities beyond just, I'm going to be an actor in LA or New York. I mean, there are all sorts of jobs and students who are working. I mean, how many people are employed at all of these different venues that require, you know, entertainers as well as tech students, technical students? I will tell you, when I told my parents that I was going to be a theater major, because for years I said I was going to be a dentist, I saw the dollar sign crash to the floor, out of their eyes. They thought, oh, we're going to have a rich doctor dentist as a son. I remember when I was in undergraduate school, one summer I taught one creative drama class at a day camp that was associated with Penn State. Parents were living in Pennsylvania at the time. The only reason I got the job, because they needed a lifeguard. And I had I'm not kidding, and I could be their lifeguard in the afternoon when they went to the pool. Funny. But I got to teach. They said, you can teach whatever you want to teach in the mornings, and I taught 2 drama classes. So, and then I was a lifeguard in the afternoon. So there you go.
You've come so far, J. Daniel. That's so funny. We got to go here. This is the cookie jar questions.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Oh.
Three random questions out of here. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Name one superpower you'd like to have.
The ability to lose weight.
Okay.
Like that, by snapping my fingers.
If you had to eat fast food, where would you eat and what would you order?
If I had to eat fast food, I probably would eat Taco Bell.
Okay.
And I love those Mexican pizzas. I love them. Yes, I do.
That actually sounds really good right now.
The ability to be fit and trim. Boom, like that.
Got it. Is that just like, that's a one-time use power?
No, because then you can,
well, you don't want to do the work to keep up with it. You just want to be able to.
Right. Yeah. That's exactly it. And then I'd be able to go, oh, I'm tired of this. Thin. And then
You got a genie's bottle. No, it's not a bottle. What is it? Lamp. It's not. It's not a classic Christina Aguilera question. This is you got a genie's lamp. What's your second wish?
To take back my first wish. First wishes always go wrong.
Who do you talk to when you want really good advice?
I have a team of people. I mean, my daughter and my partner are the two. My dogs sometimes.
Nice. They're great
They
listeners.
never respond.
What sound do you love to hear?
Water. I have a fountain in my backyard because I love that sound. I love to be at the coast. There's just something about that sound of waves and being, fountain. That's probably one of my favorite sounds.
What sound do you hate to hear?
That irritated. That's beneath me. That sound.
I like that.